Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. It's the simple things in life, like learning again. It's the simple things in life, like finding where it all began. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history. Now we going back. He done on my back for sure when I let the truth go. We gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Great to be back. Great to be back. All right. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Dark Ages. Yeah. So you are now tuned into
our Hidden History radio show.
We're going to go into the Dark Ages. I touched on it before, years ago, but I teased it. I didn't go in depth. So Lord's will, when the show is not running, I'm gonna do reruns with the old episodes of the Dark Ages. So I can go back and catch up with those. Because this is basically a recap. I'm gonna be honest, it's a recap because I went over this already. I went over this before. So those of you who've been watching or have been avid listeners or watchers for a while, you're pretty much gonna be watching a rerun in a way. But this is necessary because it sets the precedent for how he arrived in these lands. So let's go to today's topic is entitled The Beginning Stages of the Dark Ages, Travels, and Settlements. The beginning stages of the Dark Ages, Travels, and Settlements. Now, many of you have questions regarding King James, the royal seats of England and Scotland and Britain. So I'm gonna go into it, but I'm gonna start off real slow because Jake, you guys tend to have a very, very short attention span. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna start off real slow. And the King, I'm gonna be very, very blunt. The King James history is completely lacks biblical context. So I gotta just make it work. So yeah, we're gonna jump into it. Some of y'all got questions. Was King James involved in the slave trade? How come if we was in slavery, we were ruling Europe? How come we weren't? If we were in slavery during that time, how come black folks didn't step up and help? All these questions will be answered in due time. So people have those questions. King James, was he involved in the slave trade? The answer is no. He was not involved in the slave trade. By the time the slave trade was enforced, he was already dead. His sons, however, they were alive when the slave trade took place. But you know how Negroes are. Negroes is the same way we are today, we are back then. When niggas come around and sell drugs in the community, do niggas say, hey, stop doing that? No, they go, that's them. That's their business. So the same selfish mentality of Negrodom that was around back then is the same mentality we had back then when we was on the throne. It's no different. Yeah, Negroes on the throne. Negro kings on the throne. So don't think that there was some ounce of there was some levels of righteousness among us, but not to the extent of the Bible. It was just here and there. So
if you look at it like you said, in the Maccabees, the history of the Maccabees, perfect example.
Yeah.
Right? You had the whole nation was under distress by the Greeks. Mm-hmm. And you have our own people trying to the men that was trying to deliver us, they're trying to set them up to kill them to take their spots. So it's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Same with Christ, same thing with him. Same thing. Trying to save the people, and you had the evil Negroes
who hate their people.
Mm-hmm. Or the main op is ourselves. Dang. So
to this day.
Yeah, that to this day, right. So let's get 1 Kings 9 and 19. Welcome, Mr. Jazz. Welcome, man. Welcome. Glad you make it, man. All praise the Lord.
Yeah. Right, bless. Yeah. Long Deacon, Captain.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Damn. So we're going to jump into 1 Kings chapter 9, verse 19, and we're going to just jump into it. Now, the history of the Dark Ages is very, very vast. It's vast. It's a deep study. It takes a lot of time. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm not done. I'm just gonna work through it as I go, because that's how I work. I can't just. Sometimes I can do a whole class and prepare it and then teach it, but sometimes I have to be. I don't know. I have to pretty much just work as I go. So. Because as I'm teaching, I'm learning myself. So I kind of just teach, and I kind of just, things come to my mind as I'm teaching. So I just add it.
That's how master works. Masters, that's how they work.
No, so master works.
As they go, you're perfecting the craft.
You just work as you go. So work as you go.
Sir. We'll be patiently waiting, sir.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep you in prayers.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, I got through. I got some substantial. What you gonna say, Jeff?
Deke always pulled through, even though he
that's
what
I
he's
said.
saying.
That's how masters work. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter. Deke always pulled through. All praise the Most High.
The master at work. I know you're going to get it.
Yeah, I'm going to try it.
History is, like Deke said, history is vast. So with history, you can always recap. You can always go back over it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you forget things, but it's always so repetitive.
Yeah.
To go back over, the history. So
And then new things keep coming up as you do more research.
Yeah. So pretty much. A lot of that's what I forgot to tell y'all. A lot of the books that Dark Ages back then, we didn't have the books then. Now we have them now. So that helps also. We got more sources now. So let's get 1 Kings 9 and verse 19. This is the time. This is the moment y'all been waiting for. King James. We're going to go over King James. So we're going to go into King James. Shout outs to you, friends. Shout outs to the friends and family online watching. Shout outs to the frenemies, those of y'all who hate our guts and yet sit down and learn anyway. You retarded. And then shout outs to the enemies. You just full retard. But shout outs to you as well who sit down and watch and scope our classes and take notes to see if we're going to say something hateful so you can run to the enemy. Yeah, the hell with you. Both sides of them probably kill you beyond the standard.
So the frenemies, they not full retard.
Write that down, because I meant it. Huh?
The frenemies, they not full retard, but they still take a level.
Yeah.
They still got a level of sanity to take notes.
They're like Forrest Gump.
Oh, man.
They're like not full. They're like partially retarded. Like partial, like Gump. They're like what's his name?
Bubble Gump.
Bubba Gump. Yeah, Forrest Gump.
What's that doing, Waterboy?
Waterboy. Yeah, Bobby Boucher. Yeah, Bobby Boucher. Kaiser Sozen. Y'all like that? Like y'all like you on the brink, but but not quite.
On the brink.
You on the brink, yeah. The cup's almost full, but not quite. It's like halfway. Yeah, that's some quality H2O. That's y'all. All right, 1 Kings 9 and verse 19.
1 Kings chapter 9 and verse 19. And all the cities of store that Solomon had, and cities for his chariots, and cities for his horsemen, and that which Solomon desired to build in Jerusalem and in Lebanon, and in all the land of his dominion.
So it starts at Solomon. When I touched on the Dark Ages before, years ago, we started with Solomon because Solomon's travels is the key to everything. Solomon's travels is the key to everything in terms of us, our settlements, us establishing trade routes and so forth and living in these areas and spreading abroad. It started with him. All right, read on.
And all the people that were left of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, which were not of the children of Israel.
These nations that remained, that we didn't kill off entirely, that remained among us, they became our slaves. They became slaves to the children of Israel. All right, go ahead.
Their children that were left after them in the land, whom the children of Israel also were not able utterly to destroy. Upon those did Solomon levy a tribute of bond service unto this day.
They were bondmen. So these heathens that Israel failed to destroy entirely, that remained, they were made bond servants unto the day this is written. Unto this day, it says. Even after his death, unto that day they were slaves. When Israel was on top, nations were on the bottom. This is not a racial thing. Because now I'm getting word that we got people, informants, watching the classes and jotting down and taking clips and all that and trying to paint some narrative. It ain't working with me. I'm very, very clear in my words and concise. So these nations say that Israel failed to destroy. They were made slaves. Go ahead.
But of the children of Israel did Solomon make no bondmen.
So Israel did not make their own people bond slaves. Because you had maid servants, you had servants, and then you had bond servants. Bond means forever. Servant means a pretty much like a indentured servant. Work for a certain amount of years, and you get free. Or not, like a Jeffrey or a Benson. Jeffrey from Fresh Prince, that will be a servant. Okay, that's an example. Go ahead.
But they were men of war, and his servants, and his princes, and his captains, and rulers of his chariots, and his horsemen.
So these people were men of war. His servants and his captains and so forth. Go ahead.
These were the chief of the officers that were over Solomon's work, 550, which bear rule over the people that wrought in the work.
Right, the work is the work of the Lord, building the house of God, building his home, the temple. Go ahead.
But-
we're going to stop at verse 29.
But Pharaoh's daughter came up out of the city of David unto her house, which Solomon had built for her. Then did he build Milo.
So Solomon had an Egyptian wife, which he should not have had, according to the law of 1 Kings 11 and Deuteronomy 7. But he took on a wife of Pharaoh, Egyptian daughter, which is his favorite, obviously. Is one of his first and favorites. So he built her a house. Go ahead.
And 3 times in a year did Solomon offer burnt offerings and peace offerings upon the altar which he built unto the Lord. And he burnt incense upon the altar that was before the Lord, so he finished the house.
Come on.
And King Solomon made a navy of ships in Ezion-Geber.
So you think that ships started from white folks? It did not. We were building ships. We had a navy. Solomon had a navy. All right? That's a fleet of ships, a fleet of them. All right, read again. Read again.
And King Solomon made a navy of ships in Ezion-Geber.
So Ezion-Geber was the area in which the port, it was a port in which the ships were docked. His naval fleet was docked. Ezion-Geber. Go ahead. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get there in a minute. Go ahead.
Which is beside Aloth, on the shore of the Red Sea.
Which is beside Aloth on the shore of the Red Sea. Okay, read on.
In the land of Edom.
In the land of Edom, because that was Edom's portion of land until, we took it. So, we took it. So, read on, 28.
And Hiram sent in the navy his servants, shipmen that had knowledge of the sea, with the servants of Solomon.
We're going to deal with Hiram soon. Hiram was the one that assisted Solomon with his building. He provided Solomon the resources and the material to perform his endeavors in terms of the temple, in terms of his house, his wife's house, and things of that nature. Hiram was the one that provided the tools and the resources necessary for Solomon to perform his enterprise of building. Read on. Hiram. Read on.
And they came to Ophir and fetched from thence gold 420 talents and brought it to King Solomon.
And they fetched from Ophir by sailing there gold, all right, for Solomon. So this gold from this particular area called Ophir, which is believed to be an area in the Indian Ocean, okay, it's believed to be India. Most scholars agree that it's possibly India or some land within that land mass of that ocean, the Pacific Ocean. So Solomon sailed the Pacific Ocean, all right, but he also sailed the Atlantic too. But what I want is a map of Ezion-Geber or Eloth. It's the same land. It's the same area that borders the Red Sea. Load up something, bring it out. Here we go, right there. So you see Mount Sinai there. You go to your left, you see Memphis. That's Egypt there, Africa right there. And then you have, obviously, next door to Egypt is Israel, which is Sinai, because Israel and Africa is one landmass. You see, it's connected. All right, you got the Red Sea right there, because we could walk. The Lord said, nah, make you guys go to that water. We walked through that sea right there. Okay, we walked through the Red Sea from Egypt into the wilderness. Okay, Mount Sinai. Now you have Ezion-Geber on the other side. Okay, now it's called Aqsa today. I believe it's called Al-Aqsa today, or Aqaba. Let me see. It says Ezion-Geber. You see Eloth to the right. Eloth right there. And you see wilderness of Paran up there. Wilderness of Paran. Can you go up some? Can you go up a little bit? Right there. Wilderness of Paran, which is Edom pretty much. That's an Edom area. That's what it says about Edom, because Edom had this area of land right here. Edom was here. Eloth, Ezion-Geber. We built our port naval fleet here. All right. So we were able to sail. So let's go down. Let's go down a little bit slowly. You have Red Sea. So we sailed from Ezion-Geber. You go down. You see Midian on the right. Go down. You have Jebel Musa. Okay. Go down, go down, go down. Is there more? That's just the image. That's just the image. Give me an actual map of
Hey, Dig, also, you see, we can also walk from Egypt to the land of Israel. Where y'all going?
Yeah, we can go back.
All right, so you see, we can also just walk from the land of Israel into, it was connected before the Suez Canal, before
Right.
they, broke it apart and called it, now it's termed the Middle East now.
Right.
It was together. It was part of North Africa, Northeast Africa.
Right. So they built the Suez Canal as a way to divide the land of Israel from Africa, because once you attach Israel to Africa, then automatically that attaches the Israelites to an African or Africoid people automatically. Right. So if you separate Israel from Africa in its Middle Eastern, automatically that denotes white people or Arabs. Mm-hmm. This puts Israelites as Arabs or white folks. That's what they're doing. That was the whole purpose of that canal being built there. Trade, yeah, but that's secondary. Right. But primarily was to set the precedent for Israel and Africa being two separate lands in which they were not originally. Egypt was our second home. Whenever problems came to us, we ran next door. Right. We walked next door. All right? That's what Joseph and Mary and them fled when Herod tried to kill them. When Herod sought to kill Christ, Joseph and Mary ran to Egypt. They ran to Africa, further into Africa.
Hey, Dick, trade was the disguise.
Yeah, exactly.
Trade
is exactly, yes.
Before the Suez Canal, generation upon generation, those people was doing business. It was never a problem. Until the white man came in. Now, all of a sudden, we need a canal for trade.
Right. So BS. It's a front.
Yep.
So you got a more modern map now, so I can kind of show how Solomon sailed out. Because now we know where it is, Red Sea, now we know. Give me a more, just go to Google Maps if you have to. I don't care. Google Maps, and we just use that or whatever. We can just kind of just type in, I guess, Eloth or whatever. Maps, yep. Let's go to Maps. Type in Ezion Geber.
Hey, y'all don't have the Bible Atlas over there?
They should have it. Yeah, I want to give you guys a tour of Solomon's route, shipwise. Don't worry about it, y'all. I won't blame IT because this is off top. This is not part of my lesson, so
I will.
Okay. I was saying I'll blame IT anyway.
What the hell? That's not me.
Nah, y'all know who that was.
I'm not gonna ask whose phone that was. I don't know what song just played, but you better erase that immediately. Whatever the hell that was. I'm just joking.
That sounded like that was was IT.
I'm invincible. All right. Anyway, where we at? Something wrong with y'all, man. Anyway, where we at?
I confess.
I knew it.
Oh, damn.
I didn't want to.
Damn, cat.
You knew I was going.
No, it's a.
Yeah, I know. It's a hype song. I don't know what it is. Where we at?
It's in the spirit over there.
Where we at? Come on, man. Well, type of Eloth. I don't know. Red Sea. Type in Red Sea. Y'all, come on. Red Sea map. Google Maps. Red Sea, still Red Sea to this day. Hasn't changed. There we go.
You know why it didn't change, right, Dick?
What?
Because it's red. It's Red Sea.
Esau
don't change that. It's red.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Exactly. He can change that.
that one right
That's
there.
my sea.
Yeah,
my
that's
sea.
my
Red
sea.
Sea.
Yeah, right.
It matches my skin. All right, so we got, let's zoom in some more, please. Zoom in some more. Bring it down. Wait. Bring it up a little bit. Just go down so I can see it. I want just center it. Move it over. Yep. Bring it down.
Yeah, we move the thing on the side.
Yeah, we don't need that thing. Bring it down. No, I'm sorry. Bring it up. Up. There we go. Up some more. Right there. So we have Israel here. All right. And then you have the Gulf of Aqaba. That's Ezion Geber there. So bring it down some. They're right there. Okay, right there. So Solomon's fleet started right there. It says, bring it up. It says Aqaba. That's Ezion Geber right there. That's the Red Sea. And we sailed out. You see Al-Aqsa, Gulf of Aqaba right there. Gulf of Aqaba. That's Ezion Geber. That's the same thing we saw excuse me, on an older map. Now let's it says Sinai. What's it say there? It says the South Sinai.
South Sinai.
Yeah, so let's go down.
Governorate.
Yeah, let's go down. So Solomon sailed down here. He sailed down right here. Let's go down a little faster. Let's go down to it. Keep going. He sailed. So he sailed. He go down. I'm gonna go. So this is a long travel. Go down. He sailed down some more. Now Africa's on the left. This is all on the whole left is Africa. That's the whole left side. So he got all his resources from here. Remember, he had when we get that in a minute. But he had animals. I'm gonna jump too far ahead. But that whole left side is Africa. Now go over. Djibouti right there. That's like Ethiopia area. Go over. You see what's it say right there? Gulf of Aden. All right. So go over to the right. And you see what you see here? You see bringing in some or blowed up some. Or zoom out some. Zoom out a little bit.
Zoom out so you can see the whole.
Because I can't see what's going on. Zoom out some. Out. Zoom out more. Yep. Come on. More right there. So he sailed out here. You see the horn. You see the Horn of Africa. It's a horn, right? Horn of Africa right there. The Horn of Africa right there. Then you go over. This is all Pacific Ocean here. Move over. Move over now. Go over. What land is this? To the right. Bring it in some. Zoom in. What land is that? Zoom in.
India.
That's India right there. That's why I say it's Sophia. Is India here?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it? Yeah, it's India here. So they say that India more than likely was Ophir. All right? Or at least land in this area here was Ophir. So Solomon had all this. He sailed all here. Him and Hiram together, they sailed the seas of the Pacific Ocean. All right? So bring it out more. Just zoom out entirely so we can see what this is. There we go. More. As far as it goes, that's huge. Go down. All the little islands over here. Go over. See all that? So we sell all of this. Solomon, we sell this.
Yep.
This is not foreign to us. All right? And the reason why I emphasize here is because, remember, Papua New Guinea, our brothers and sisters sailed over here, or sailed over there to the far, far west. All right? Northern Kingdom especially. Now let's go back. So 1 Kings. So now I was 1 Kings chapter 9. Let's get chapter 10, verse 19.
Dick, real quick, if I
Yeah.
don't mind. Verse 28. I just looked that thing up about the gold. Read verse 28.
Yes, sir. 1 Kings chapter 9 and verse 28. And they came to Ophir and fetched
Officer, I send you something real quick.
and fenced from their gold 420 talents and brought it to King Solomon.
420 talents, worth $500 billion.
What?
You put that up.
Damn.
I was like, what the? $500 billion?
Yo.
420 talents is $500 billion of gold?
Yeah.
Damn.
Into this money. Officer Manny, you got it?
Wow.
That's right.
Wow. One talent.
This answer.
This answer depends on the current gold price.
Well, that's current gold price, so it might be more.
Yeah.
The gold back then was way more had more quality than today. Right. Go ahead.
And also the purity of the gold.
This means it was way better back then than it is
Remember
today.
they said the gold on Ophir is the best gold.
Best gold, yes.
You know, Solomon was the king.
Yep.
So you get the best of the best.
Yep. Go ahead.
If this question comes from the 420 talents of gold that Hiram's ships brought back to King Solomon and Ophir, then it seems unlikely that they would have been able to get very high quality gold at that time. So the figure quoted here might be a bit high.
Nah, it's higher. I'm over that.
The calculations are 1 talent equals
Let's
1,000.
go straight to the 420.
420 talents of gold. 570 billion.
240.
No, 570 million.
No, billion.
Billion.
240 million. 562,000.
Right.
572 billion. 240 million. 562. That's a guesstimate. I say it's more for more.
That's $500 billion.
That's $500 billion.
That's one trip.
Yeah.
Now you see why when the white man goes into Jerusalem and ransack the temple, how crazy he went.
Yeah.
For all this gold. And they show you, remember the, was that the triumph of,
The Ark of Triumph.
The Ark of Triumph.
Yeah.
With that big, tall menorah.
Yeah,
And how many it took to carry that?
Yep.
Man, damn.
And the showbread table they had, that was also covered in gold as well.
Yep.
Yeah, gold plated everything. They didn't just burn the temple down. They ransacked it, then burned it down.
Yep.
Right, he took it, yeah.
And that's why it says what this says Solomon had silver like it was
gold was
like it was
pebbles.
silver. Yep.
And he had gold like it was 10.
Yeah.
He collected gold as if it was 10.
Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's another level. Half a trill. I say more than half a trill, to be honest, if not a trill itself. I say a trill, if not more, in my opinion. But, because that's Esau's version of quality gold. We had quality gold. I was researching some. What happened? Bishop went over in Isaiah about web, and I researched it said that give me Isaiah real fast, real quick. I'm sorry, I'm sidebarring again, man. Damn.
We had the web in the.
Don't get mad at me, y'all. I'm getting the King James. I'm not stalling. But get me real quick.
Like he's doing it again, y'all.
He's trying to avoid it. No. I'm prepared. This is the recap. Y'all can go back and watch Dark Ages videos I did years ago, where I touch on this anyway in more detail. Isaiah 59 and verse 6.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 6. Their webs shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the acts of violence is in their hands.
Hold on. When y'all say something real fast.
Hey, so they always say that.
I'm going to send to y'all in a minute. 1 second. Wait. Oh, shit. Get right here. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, Jay, you said something.
Oh.
I'm going to send to him right now.
So they always say that Mansa Musa was the richest to ever, do
He
it.
was one of them.
He's one of them.
The richest.
But D. Riches, come on, it's King Solomon.
Right.
But that's why they try to disassociate us with the Bible. You know what I mean? Because obviously King Solomon, he was the richest to ever do it. The Most High he said, yo, you will get that real quick. Get the real quick.
He was the richest in all things.
I sent to you. I got it?
With that First Kings, where the Most High told him,
Yeah.
ain't nobody do it like King Solomon.
And this goes back to, I'm gonna be quiet. I don't want to spoil nothing.
First Kings chapter 3 and verse 13. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days.
Right. So there was no other king like King Solomon ever. Right? So, but now Mansa Musa, now he was close.
Yeah, he came close.
He came close. But no one ever did it like King Solomon.
Right.
No one.
No one.
Get Ezekiel 16 just to show that Israel, not only Solomon decked out, but Israel decked out. When Solomon ruled, we was all decked out. Ezekiel 16 verse 10. Because God has style. God gave us style. He gave us flavor. God has flavor up there. I guarantee, this is my opinion. I guarantee God be up there. His hair be braided sometime, then he'll turn to a fro on his own. Damn. His hair garment change color, then it's white today, it's green tomorrow. Damn. It's red in the morning, it just changed colors. It just, he had an afro 1 minute and braids the next, bro. I'm telling you, man. Gold on the hair, got gold on his beard, black as hell. Damn. He's black. God is dark. Listen, you can't even, bro, listen. These images do a justice, bro. We gotta make him jet black, the father, man. I'm telling you, and the son. But let's go
with gold in his head.
Yeah, with gold. There you go, like that. There you go, like that. This, like
Manny,
that.
where you at, Manny?
Black, like that. Nah, yeah, that's the image you want. Like that's that. Yeah, like that. White darkness. Give me Ezekiel 16 and 10.
Look at the wood.
The war, yeah. There you go. Yeah. There y'all on point. That's what I'm talking about. Like that. All right. Ezekiel 16 and 10.
Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 10. I clothe thee also with broidered work.
I clothed you also with broidered work. Broider means we had embroidery in our garments, embroidery designs in our clothes. All this bullshit you see today, Louis Vuitton, Dolce, that's garbage.
Garbage.
Coco, whatever, Chanel, whatever, Versace. That we think that's style. It's not. What we had back then was embroidered garments, freaking sewn work, gold sewn in the clothes. Listen to me. Gold sewn in the clothes.
Damn.
Silver sewn in the clothes. Interwoven into the clothing. Read on.
I clothed thee also with broidered work.
Go ahead.
And shod thee with badger skin.
Badger skin. That's the furs. Badger skin. Go ahead.
And I girded thee about.
Because now they call it, you have a mink coat. We had badgers coats then. Badgers, the same thing. Go ahead.
And I girded thee about with fine linen.
Fine linen. Fine linen. Go ahead.
And I covered thee with silk.
I covered you in silk, man. You know, silk. Now, give me what I sent you. What silk is. This is what we use for silk. Read that.
Yes, spider silk has been used to create garments.
Remember earlier in Isaiah it said that our web should not be made garments. But back then, when we was in righteousness, the spider web was made for garments. Watch this.
But it is extremely rare due to the difficulty of harvesting and weaving it.
Historically, the Jews were professional silk weavers. We brought that to China. That's us over there. Listen to me carefully. We ran the Silk Road. That was us going back and forth. They hired us to make them garments and stuff. Kimonos. That was Jake doing that stuff. We watched Ip Man with that garment he got on.
Yeah.
The thing over his neck, that thing. That's Jake. That's Jake style.
Yeah, we've been rocking that.
That's our stuff. That's us over there. I'm not saying he's us, but I'm saying that style is us. Read it again.
Yes, spider silk has been used to create garments, but it is extremely rare due to the difficulties of harvesting and weaving.
Wasn't for us. Go ahead.
One of the most famous examples is a golden spider silk cape.
Golden spider silk. A golden spider silk cape was made. Go ahead.
Created in 2009 from the silk of over 1 million golden orb weaver spiders from Madagascar.
You know we was there. We was in Madagascar. So we was doing this. If those spiders were there, we were just down over there in Madagascar. Go ahead.
The process took years, as each spider produces only a small amount of silk, and the silk had to be carefully collected without harming the spider.
Watch this.
Spider silk is incredibly strong.
That's where they get Spider-Man from. His web. It's the spider silk is incredibly strong. Can't be ripped, can't be torn. It's durable. Spider silk is incredibly strong. Go ahead.
Lightweight
And it's light. Go ahead.
and flexible,
And flexible. Like a superhero suit, like a costume. Go ahead.
making it an ideal material for textiles.
Go ahead.
But large-scale production is impractical.
No, it wasn't for us. Go ahead.
Scientists and companies have
So what Esau decided to do? The damn Frankenstein, what did he do? Read.
Scientists and companies have attempted to replicate spider silk synthetically
Now it's BS. Go ahead.
using biotechnology, such as genetically modified bacteria,
Oh, God.
Damn.
Not real anymore. Now it's just fake spider stuff now.
yeast, or even goats that produce silk proteins in their
They
milk.
use goat milk for silk now. Not the same. So the silk that we had back then, we use spiders. We may have used goat milk too, but we use spiders. And them garments was crazy.
Hey, D, even
That's why, I'm sorry, during slavery, we were stripped naked.
That's what I was about to just
That's
say.
why.
Yep.
Is to take that nigga's clothes off now.
That clothes worth millions.
Even with Christ, they stripped him too.
Yeah.
Because his garment was a problem.
That's why every pictures of the slave, you see them butt.
Stripped down.
Yep,
I showed y'all that book I showed y'all. It said
says it.
it's no, not that one. It shows us. It says a royal princess of Judah,
Yeah.
and she's dressed down.
Yeah.
And it showed another sister with breasts out. And it shows her. It says Judah. I said, oh, she's the slave.
Yeah, they took the clothes off.
Took the clothes off.
Yep.
Yes. But this all goes back to our travels, going back to remember the Pacific Ocean. China's over there, so we already had knowledge of that area over there, that island over there. Japan, we sell these areas. We traversed these areas, whether on foot or by sea. We sailed or walked these areas, and we were knowledgeable in silk. And Solomon was decked in all of this. Solomon was walking around looking like a god on the earth.
Hey, D.
All right?
Hey, turn my mic. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Turn my mic off. Hey, you mind if I get a scripture
Yeah,
real
yeah,
quick? Can you get Judges chapter 8 and verse 17. So this is when Gideon was the judge at this time. He had caught the Philistines or the Midianites that were ruling, and he said, hey, who were the manner of men that you killed before I came and got you?
Okay.
So look what he says. Read that.
Judges chapter 8 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And he beat down the tower of Penuel and slew the men of the city.
Uh-huh.
Then said he unto Zebah and
These
Zalmunna.
guys are in Psalms 83.
What'd you say?
These guys are in Psalms 83.
Yes, yes.
David's prayer, Asaph's prayer.
Those are the princes of the Midianites that Gideon captured.
Okay.
So now he's saying, yo, what were the manner of the men that y'all killed? Read.
What manner of men were they whom ye slew at Tabor?
Uh-huh.
And they answered, as thou art.
Uh-huh.
So were they.
Read on.
Each one resembled the children of a king.
Damn!
Every single one of them
Yes.
dressed like a king.
Damn!
Read on. What did he say?
And it said, they were my brethren.
They were what?
They were my brethren.
Those was my brothers.
Yeah.
Read on.
even the sons of my mother.
Read on.
As the Lord liveth, if ye had saved them alive, I would not slay you.
So he said, look, if you would have told me it was somebody else that didn't look like me, I wouldn't have killed you. But now you got to die.
Yep. Yep.
Wait,
yep.
wait, hold on, Deke. Hold on, Deke. Let's get first Maccabees 14 and 9.
Damn, you see, it look just like me.
Yeah, it's
Every
bad.
single one of y'all
They
look
look
like
like
kings.
children of kings.
A nation of kings and princes. Well,
These
princes
were
and
my
high priests.
brethren.
First Maccabees chapter 14 and verse 9. The ancient men sat all in the streets, communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel.
Yeah, that's it.
Dressed down, man. So
Dress
the-
down.
Like the pictures you see, that's glorious warlike apparel right there. That's what
Yeah.
we had on.
You know what warlike apparel is today? Sagging your pants.
With
Tight ass jeans.
with Thames on.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Ho-
Nobody's
hole-
scared of that.
Holes cutting your pants. You see a whole damn kneecap. And the pants cost $500. And you cut a hole in them for some reason.
That damn
Hey,
ski mask.
That's the YN's armor.
Yeah. Oh shit, young nigga armor. Damn.
Ski mask and what's it
What they
called?
call it? What they call it? The ski mask.
The
poo
poo
shiesty.
And
Yeah.
what's it called? AirPods.
Yeah, AirPod. Yeah. And Dre Beats.
Oh God.
Loud ass annoying headphones. You gotta hear your nigga stuff when when you're in the damn train and bus.
Damn,
right?
I think I see one right now.
I gotta hear.
One up there?
There's one right there.
Yeah, we gotta hear what you hear in them cheap ass headphones.
Oh man, they like the what's the little? Remember Fat Albert, the one who used to wear the little bag over his head.
Yep.
Oh, that's dual processor with them heads.
Oh
headphones
snap.
on.
Oh god.
Nah, it's a little one next one.
1 Kings 10, and we're gonna start from verse 19. So Hiram, going back to the point, Hiram and Solomon, they sailed. They had a navy together. They sailed the seas and brought back resources, gold, other things along that way. It wasn't just to the Pacific Ocean. They sailed along Africa as well, the southeastern portion of Africa. They sailed down that area, okay? And they also sailed the Atlantic. 1 Kings 10 and verse 20. 1 Kings 10:19. Sorry.
1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 19. The throne had 6 steps. You started at verse
Solomon's
18?
throne. Yeah, he's off 18.
Yes, sir. Verse 18. Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory.
Ivory. What's ivory? Ivory is the tusk of elephants. Ivory. So remember, we all know that Africa is abundant in ivory. That's why I said earlier when they sailed down Ezyagamber, he made stops in Africa. They stopped there. They went to Africa. They got stuff from over there because Africa is abundant. Well, I'm saying further interiors of Africa because Israel's already Africa. But further into the interiors of Africa, we got ivory. Go ahead.
And overlaid it with the best gold.
Then he overlaid the ivory with gold. He freaking put gold on the ivory. God damn. Yo, bro. Go ahead. Getting excited just reading it because I'm broke. So I gotta live vicariously through Solomon.
Right.
Go ahead.
You buy fake ivory.
Yeah, man.
That's a nice
Shoot.
big picture right there. I like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
The throne had 6 steps. And the top of the throne was round behind.
So the top of the throne, his seat, it was like Black Panther. the seat was round behind him. He had a round seat behind him, which is fire. Go ahead.
And there were stays on either side.
Stays is like armrests. Stays on either side. Go ahead.
On the place of the seat, and 2 lions stood beside the stays.
So the 2 lions stood beside the stays. Go ahead.
And 12 lions stood there on the one side, and on the other upon the 6 steps. There was not the like made in any kingdom.
Oh, God. This dude had lions on both sides of the steps, the 6 steps, going down. 6 lions on one side, 6 on the other side, and 6 steps. Damn. Go ahead.
And all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold.
He only drink out of gold. He drink out of gold cups. Or what we call a chalice, goblet, gold only. Go ahead.
And all the
That
vessels.
means the water was fresh, because that gold and that gold cup, you put water in the gold cup, that water is pure.
It's cool.
It stayed cold and fresh.
Yep, you don't need no ice.
No ice.
No ice necessary.
He just breathe on it.
Yeah, oh gosh, man. He's sitting there. You know he had a long garment, a train. He probably had a train laying on the stairs. His men carried his train behind him and he walked up. Oh, bro, come on, man. He probably had a band walking behind him. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. He probably dancing and walking. Oh, bro, I'm talking, man. You listen, bro. Yo. We can only imagine.
Yeah.
We can only imagine what that was like. But go ahead. To him, this is Tuesday.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Different topic again. And all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold.
All the vessels, the plates, the spoons, the forks, the knives, the bowls. Go ahead.
None were of silver.
Nothing was silver. Everything was gold. Everything was gold. Go ahead.
It was nothing accounted of in the days of Solomon.
And in Solomon's eyes, gold is just nothing. The eyes just gold. It was nothing to him. He had so much of it. He was like, it's just gold.
No way.
Go ahead.
For the king had a navy of Tarshish with the navy of Haram.
Go ahead.
Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks.
See that? He brought back. So they travel every 3 years. And they would come back with ivory. They came back with gold, apes, and peacocks. That's Africa. They got these animals from Africa. I'm pretty sure maybe from India as well, because there's monkeys all in India. There's a whole bunch of them. India as well. But it says here that, what's it at? Navy of Tarshish. Now, Tarshish is Spain. Okay, Tarshish is Spain. All right? Most scholars agree that Tarshish is Spain. Now, or Tartessus. And go back to the map again. So if they went to Spain, let's go down to the other map, the Google Maps again. You can't use that. Go back to, let's go to Africa again. Right there, yep. Now, right there's good. Now, you see Kuwait right there. That's Aqaba, the Persian Gulf. That's pretty much where they sailed into. I'm sorry, I'm bugging. Israel right there to the right. Then into the Red Sea. Then the Red Sea right there. Red Sea, that line right there, that line, go up. Right there, Israel right there, that line. That's Red Sea right there. That's Aqaba right there. He sailed downwards, just slow down. He sailed down, around the Gulf of Aden, Horn of Africa, around that way. Keep going. Around. Madagascar's right there. That's where that golden spider's at. That spider's there. So you got that silk from there. Go around. This is called the Sea of. This is called Good Hope right here. Right. Bottom of Africa is called Good Hope. This bottom part, Cape Town, Namibia, Botswana. He sailed around there. Go up. So he had to sail the Atlantic because he couldn't go all the way around. Go up. He went up here. Go around. He went around here. They got more stuff from over here. Go around. Keep going. We're going to go up more. And you see right there, Portugal and Spain. So he sailed around that. So he sailed the Pacific and they had to sail the Atlantic to get to Spain and Portugal, Tarshish. All right, so that's what I said. 3 years. They were 3 years gone for 3 years. To sail all around. To sail around. Africa's huge. To sail around Africa and then come back. It's a long voyage. Okay, so they sailed around, got to Tarshish over here, and then they went back around to India, whatever. Him and Haram.
And also they had to collect the gold, the ivory.
Let the gold,
everything.
right, all that. So
It
the
takes
navy
some
of
time.
ships. It took some time. They were going for a while.
Yep.
And best believe, some of us decided to do what? Stay there.
Yep.
We stayed there, lived there.
You know, Jake. You know,
Yeah, Jake going, oh, this is beautiful. Let's stay here.
Post up,
the
never
women
Brought their family in the boat. Let's go. When we
the
sailed out
women
there,
over
that was
probably
it.
crazy.
We might have had ferries. No, we might have had ferry boats go out there, sail, whatever.
Yep.
Hey, D, can I get a page?
Yeah.
Hey, pull that page up on the Telegram. History of the Jews, Heinrich Greats. Pull that up real quick. I'm going to start from the top.
Remember, y'all, the Dark Ages is for a reason. With Solomon. It starts with Solomon's travels. It starts with Solomon. So just bear with me. We're going to get to it. Go ahead.
So this is called Solomon's Fame. It says, the commercial treaties, the prosperity of the country, the security to life arising from the long peace maintained in Solomon's reign, all contribute to attract the surrounding tribes of Moabites, Ammonites, Idumeans, and even Egyptians to the country.
Right, he married all the wives of the rulers of these nations here. Moabite king he married the daughter of. Ammonite king he married the daughter. He married the daughter of. Idumean king he married the daughter of. Egyptian king, same thing. It was all trade relationship alliances, trade alliances. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It is probable, too, that the high religious culture of the Israelites, so superior to idolatry, and its splendid manifestation in the temple at Jerusalem, influenced enlightened foreigners to seek shelter under the wings of the God of Israel.
Queen of Sheba.
The country, the people, and the God of Israel acquired widespread renown in Solomon's time. Wow. The Israelitish mariners who visited so many harbors, coastlands, and marts, and the Israelitish merchants who entered into connections with foreign parts carried reports of their fatherland to the remotest climes and nations.
Wow.
The praise of the wise, mighty, and brilliant king Solomon resounded far and wide in his times. In the eyes of the world, he elevated the name of the God whom he honored, and to whose glory he had erected a magnificent temple. The Israelitish sailors and merchants unconsciously became the first messengers and pioneers of the religion of Israel among the idolatrous nations. So, like you said, those nations and countries that we went to, that we stopped at, we stayed there, but we brought our famed reports of King Solomon of our country.
Yep. So now, where we at? First Kings, what was that? 10?
That was 10, and we read down to 22.
All right, give me First Kings 22. Yes. Now Haram, give me 1 Kings 7:14. Who was Haram?
1 Kings chapter 7 and verse 14. 1 Kings chapter 7 verse 14.
Yeah.
He was a widow's son. Verse
13.
13.
Sorry. Yeah.
And King Solomon sent and fetched Haram out of Tyre.
Out of Tyre. So he fetched. So King Solomon, because Haram first worked with David. So then he said, okay, now I'm gonna fetch Haram as well. He worked with my father. Now my father's gone. I'm gonna deal with him now. So he fetched Haram out of Tyre. Haram, go ahead.
He was a widow's son of the tribe of Naphtali.
He was a widow's son of the tribe of Naphtali. All right. So Haram's mother was the tribe of Naphtali. Go ahead.
And his father was a man of Tyre.
But his father was a Canaanite. Okay. He was a Sidonian. Tyre. All right. Read on.
A worker in brass.
A worker in brass.
And he was filled with wisdom and understanding.
Because of his mother. Go ahead.
And cunning to work all works in brass. And he came to King Solomon and wrought all his work.
All his work. So Haram was a tear. His father was a heathen, but his mom was Naphtali. Now, give me a real quick the tribes of Israel map real fast. Their allotments of land map. I want to see something really quickly. I don't think I posted that on the Telegram and the Gram. Let me see that. Yeah, let me see. Blow it up. Let me see if it shows it. Naphtali. Yes, yes, yes. You see there, Naphtali? You see that city right there? It says Dan. There's a city called Dan in Naphtali's area. Okay, in Naphtali's allotment of land, there's a city called Dan. Dan and Hazor. Right? Now, get 2 Chronicles 2:14. So clear up the confusion for some of y'all may be confused about this.
2 Chronicles chapter 2 and verse 14. The son of a woman of the daughters of Dan.
Of what?
Of the daughters of Dan.
Son of a woman of the daughters of Dan. Now earlier it said Naphtali. Which one is it? Is it Dan or is it Naphtali? It's Naphtali. The daughters of Dan were the daughters of that city of Dan in the land of Naphtali. So the doesn't change. Read it again.
The son of a woman of the daughters of Dan.
Of the city of Dan in the land of Naphtali. Go ahead.
And his father was a man of Tyre, skillful to work in gold.
Because the Canaanites were they were expert stone cutters. The Canaanites that's why Solomon had them as bondservants earlier. Because they were experts in cutting stone and works of graving images, well, not graving images, but graving like stones and melting and smelting, whatever, melting and so forth, molding. They were expert in that stuff. And Hiram acquired that skill from his father. Go ahead.
And in silver, and brass, and iron, and stone.
In stone. Watch. It's going to say what I just said. Go ahead.
And in timber, and purple, and blue, and fine linen.
He was knowledgeable in all these things, even in fabric. And dye, all of that. Go ahead.
And in crimson, also to grave any manner of graving.
Grave any manner of graving goes into stone. Grave any manner of graving. Go ahead.
And to find out every device which shall be put to him, with thy cunning men and with the cunning men of my lord David, thy father.
He said, your father and I and our men worked together to perform this craft. So that's why Solomon sought after him, because David had men who were wise in these things. But Hiram had men who were wise in it as well. So Solomon sought after Hiram for assistance in building and so forth. So the point is that Hiram was of the nation of the Sidonians. Now Hiram is from the same line of family as Jezebel. FBL, that's that line. FBL, Hiram, FBL who fathered Jezebel, who King Ahab married. So he was definitely a heathen. All right, Hiram. But because of his mom, and his mom being Israel, he kind of leaned more towards that side. Okay, and he loved David. Okay, so we got a text.
Yeah.
Then we gonna take a quick break.
You want to read already?
No, you got it.
You got something there? Okay, hold on to that and read the text. What's the text say?
You got Roy, I zoomed in on the wrong thing. Look how y'all got it, bro.
That looks crazy confusing.
Yeah. Bro. All right, I'll try. It says, Shalom, Deacon. I had a few encounters with Caucasian people telling me they are from the tribe of Dan. Is that possible for them to be if they have Negroid features?
I'm confused.
Yeah,
you ran to a bunch of Caucasians.
That was crazy right there.
I found a white man.
Read
that
again?
looked like a black man.
Read again.
Okay. It says, Shalom, Deacon. I had a few encounters with Caucasian people.
Caucasians, so white people, okay?
Telling me they are from the tribe of Dan.
Okay.
Is that possible for them to be if they have Negroid features?
No. I'm joking.
I don't
The
know.
tribe of Dan is no longer.
Yeah, Dan is like Amerindians.
Yeah.
Now, and Dan is like blending with the rest of mostly Benjamin. The Amerindians and the slaves from the islands that are brought over intermingled. A lot of them were killed off and ran into other tribes and mixed them with them on this side of the world. There's not really much of a Dan left. So no, I don't think so. White folks with black features, that's confusing in itself. I don't know what that even means. Caucasian men with black. Well, he's asking if they have black features.
Yeah, he said if he run into one with Negroid features, if he run into a Caucasian,
He talking about
Send a pic.
He
Hey,
talking about Kardashians.
The Kardashians have superficial black features, not natural black features.
hey, post a pic of what you talking about, man.
Kardashians
We confused right now.
Yeah, the Kardashians have superficial black features, not natural black features. Their sister Chloe got natural black features because I think her dad is OJ. But anyway, that's another topic. She got that big ass nigga head, Negro head. That no way in hell she ain't OJ's daughter.
Yeah, she got hope if that's the case.
She look like straight up Judah to me.
Yeah,
Chloe
she got hope.
out of all the sisters, that's the only Negro I know among them.
Hey, Chloe, pray that OJ's your dad.
Yeah.
You'll
Otherwise,
be
you
all right.
finished.
You're an Israelite.
That big Negro head of hers. I said, you got to be Jake. Tall, big head. Anyway.
Kim
where we at?
Kardashian is going to be a slave.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Go ahead.
Oh, Dick, you wanted this page?
You pulled it, right? You want this pulled up? Did I want this?
Nah, I didn't pull that one.
Let me see.
It
What
looks
book
good.
is this from? What book is this from?
It looks good though. His hiring greats.
Yeah,
that's
this
a
is
good
good.
page.
Let's
Yeah.
get and read this.
Oh, y'all in the spirit back there. Solomon's greatest gains, however, were acquired in
Yes,
trade.
this is definitely important. Thank you. This is good. Y'all all right?
Solomon.
Yeah, man, he's making up.
Yeah, he getting his color back.
Don't give him the credit yet.
Now, thank you. This is good. This is good. After this, we're gonna go on break. But I need you guys who are watching to pay attention. This is pivotal. This right here is pivotal regarding the settlements and the travels of Israel throughout various parts of the earth up until the Dark Ages. This plays a pivotal role. That's why I'm emphasizing so much on Solomon, because this is going to give you the introduction to the Dark Ages and how we ended up in these lands, Europe, Ireland, Britain, and things, France. This all plays a role, so y'all got to bear with me. I'm going a lot slower in this particular time than I did back then, because now we have the books and sources now. Go ahead.
Solomon's greatest gains, however, were
Those of y'all, I'm sorry. Those of y'all who want to call, you can call in text 267-702-6121. That's 267-702-6121. Or you can also Zoom call in, all right? Let's read that now. This is good. All praises. Read this.
Solomon's greatest gains, however, were acquired in trade with India.
That goes back to my point earlier about Ophir. His trade with India. Go ahead. Or with Elam. Go ahead.
To the Phoenicians, the journey to this distant country was attended with insuperable difficulties.
Stop. What does that word mean? Insuperable. Look up that word real fast. Let's not skip past. No words real quick. Insuperable difficulties. What's that mean?
Of a difficulty or obstacle impossible to overcome.
Wow. So it wasn't easy sailing those seas.
The waters
were turbulent. I go back to Esdras. When they say he held to the flood for them, that they may pass over. That's that sea right there. Let's go back.
So it was dangerous.
It was dangerous. It was dangerous seas. Read again.
To the Phoenicians, the journey to this distant country was attended with insuperable difficulties.
That distant country is India. Go ahead.
So long as the country near the Red Sea was rendered
I'm
unsafe.
sorry, officer. Keep in mind also to the Phoenicians. We focus on the word Phoenicians, because you have some scholars today that denote Phoenicians with Hamites. The Phoenicians were not Hamites. The Phoenicians were our people that were given that title based upon the Greeks and Romans. The Romans called us Phoenicians based upon, because Phoenicia was the land, the name they gave our land, Canaan. The Romans named Canaan Phoenicia. And the Semitic inhabitants of that land, they called them Phoenicians. The Canaanites were called Sidonians or Tyre. Tyre and Sidon is the same city, or same cities of the same people. Those are Hamites. Now, they spoke a form of Hebrew. So because they spoke a form of Hebrew, scholars say, oh, they were Semites. No, they were Hamites that spoke a Semitic form of a dialect of Hebrew. But they were Hamites, biblically, okay? So the Phoenicians here is talking about our people, not Hamites. I'll deal with that later on. Go ahead, Lord's will. Go ahead.
To the Phoenicians, the journey to this distant country was attended with insuperable difficulties.
With very, very severe difficulty. Go ahead.
So long as the country near the Red Sea was rendered unsafe by the uncivilized and predatory bands that dwelt there.
Pirates. So we had to fight sometime. During that, remember, you bringing back tons of gold.
Yeah.
You're going to have people try to rob you. Heathens try to rob you.
Following your path.
Yeah, maybe even Jake, who knows. But we had to conquer them. Go ahead.
By his alliance with Hiram, Solomon had opened up a safer and nearer route to India.
Damn, there you go.
The strip of land extending from the southern border of Judah to the eastern coast of the Red Sea. The points, Eloth and Ezion-Geber, have been rendered accessible.
Okay, so at first, the route that was taken to get there was dangerous. Solomon built the port Ezion-Geber. That was a safer route. All right, to avoid the dangerous route.
Right, so D, obviously, we were probably getting robbed. Something was happening.
Yeah, things was happening. Yeah, we were getting robbed. Right, exactly. Go ahead.
The caravans with their loaded camels could proceed in safety from Jerusalem and from the coast to the northern point of the Red Sea.
Right.
At Hiram's suggestion, Solomon had a fleet of strong and large ships.
Solomon had a fleet of strong, meaning Hiram had them built, that Lebanese wood. He had strong and large ships. So we want the white man made ships. No. We had large ships. I have books that show that not only did we have ships, we had ships far bigger than Esau's ships. You think Columbus came over here? Columbus had a fleet. There were no boats around back then. Yes, they were. And ours were way larger and stronger than the white man's boats. Way better. Stronger and faster. Go ahead.
At Hiram's suggestion, Solomon had a fleet of strong and large ships of Tarshish built and equipped on the coast. Who knew the route? Hiram sent his most skillful sailors who knew the route thoroughly to man the vessels. Israelites of the tribes of Asher
go ahead.
and Zebulun, who lived on the coast and were acquainted with the sea, were also employed.
So Asher and Zebulun, real quick, hold that page. Give me the map of the tribal allotments of land again, please. Asher and Zebulun lived on the coast and were acquainted with the sea because we sailed the sea before that. You see Asher and Zebulun's land right here? It's on the coast, Mediterranean Sea. This explains why Solomon went where? To Spain. Because Spain is in the Mediterranean Sea.
And they had close connections. You see Tyre and Sidon, so they had close connections with them.
And on top of that, look to the bottom. You see that land right there? It says Door right there. Door. Next to Megiddo. Right there. Next to Megiddo. That's a Solomon. That was Solomon's port also. We had a port right here. It's Door. We're going to read that in a minute. Do we have that written here? Yes, I do. But we'll go to that after the break. But Asher and Zebulun were employed in Solomon's fleet. Now, Judah was too. Don't get it twisted. You know Judah was dead. Judah was down. That's their king right there. But Asher and Zebulun were knowledgeable of the sea because they lived on the port coasts along the water. So they were, remember, Zebulun's ensign is the ship. His ensign is the ship. All right? So Zebulun was definitely sailing around. All right, so real quick, we got a text. Then we're going. Panama Canal, yes, that's over here. What's about? Yeah, over here, yes. By the water. Exactly, by the water as well. Exactly, on this side of the world, we took the port over here as well.
Yes.
Read that?
It says Shalom Deek, leadership Israel, Most High Christ bless you all. Thanks. Is Hiram the father of what we know today, Masonry, which Freemasons?
Yes. The Freemasons. They worship him as a builder. They worship her. We call him Harambe, son of the widow, and they worship Tubal-Cain, and they worship Solomon the witch, not Solomon the king. So those are their three master teachers of Masonry: Harambe or Haram, Tubal-Cain, and Solomon the sorcerer. When he's in his madness. They worship the gods of those people pretty much. Solomon's god when he went off. Tubal-Cain, who's a white man today, pretty much, or his ancestor, and you have Hiram, who was a master builder. Because remember, Masons are master builders. All right. What else we got? Something else? That's another one?
Yes. Shalom D, can you tell me what part Philippines played in any of our captivities?
Yes, I went over that already. I went over that regarding the trans-Pacific slave trade. I went over that. Regarding that would be Moab, Ammon, Elam, and Japheth. They were involved in that. I went over that weeks ago. Y'all gotta go back and watch the trans-Pacific slave trade. I went into that. Manila being a slave port. The slave ship was called the Galleon. The Galleon. So that was another text again. That's it. All right. So we'll be back. We'll be right back.
Hey, let's get those likes up. Let's get the likes up.
Get the
We
likes
got
up.
800 on. So
Pass it on. Pass it on. Pass it on. Don't forget to donate. Donate. Come on. It's too late and delayed. Yeah, just donate. Donate. All right, donate. Wherever I'm pointing at. You see the thing on the side, the QR code. Donate. Don't forget the Booster Club. To donate to the Booster Club. You know what we do. You know how we do it. You know what we use to do it with. We need y'all assistance. Need your help. We cannot do it without y'all. We all must function as a well-oiled machine. So real quick, we'll be right back after about 5 minutes. Take a quick break. We'll be right back, y'all. Stay tuned.
Joanna Fernandez, all right, she has her PhD. She's an associate professor in Baruch's Department of History.
The Young Lords is one of the most successful and effective organizations of the 1960s.
You have to understand the motivation, the desire that drives that type of behavior. You know what stood out to me when she says these guys went and showed up to this guy's court-martial, this brother's court-martial, and fought the misery? Because you got a lot of brothers and sisters that are afraid to go to certain areas to preach. We always say what really was lacking in the decline of a lot of these groups is that they didn't have the Bible as their foundation.
These were the people who fought against the Vietnam War, who changed our understanding of gender oppression. And the young
Shalom Israel, Most High Christ bless, Deacon Yahshua here. Hey, we need your help. We need you to subscribe onto La Biblia en Fuego, okay? That's the Northern Kingdom Clubhouse, all right? If there's questions, some of y'all come across Northern Kingdom, you want to give them a little something, right? Boom, they're going to be able to interact there, right? Versus just giving them a class, they'll ask their questions. Y'all can join in, see what's going on and what's cooking in there as well, all right? Make sure that you go ahead, like, subscribe, follow. Shalom.
Commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. So guess what? We had commandments and laws, Chris, that we were supposed to observe.
All of our people on the island of Jamaica has made this their God. The white man, they have made a white man their God.
You weak, effeminate Jamaican men out here is the problem out here. Right. Y'all got your wives ruling you. The only people you want to stand up against is the brother that looks just like you. Right. That's the only person you want to fight. Jesus Christ is black. The Israelites are black. Right. And the people of Jamaica, you are the Israelites according to the Bible. That's right. You ain't no damn Jamaicans. Right. That's what the white man lied to you and told you. Read what you got.
Do not make me have to call the police, my friend.
Do you keep God's commandments?
No, I don't.
You don't. All these things is not working out for you because you're not serving God. Don't get upset because we told you that your pastor lied to you. Don't be mad at us. We only telling you the truth. Right. Your pastor been telling you lies for generation after generation. Right. But now that you have the knowledge, you have to make the changes. Because as long as you stay within that hook, you're staying in the midst of sin.
Joanna Fernandez, all right, she has her PhD. She's an associate professor in Baruch's Department of History.
The Young Lords is one of the most successful and effective organizations of the 1960s.
You have to understand the motivation, the desire that drives that type of behavior. You know what stood out to me when she says these guys went and showed up to this guy's court-martial, this brother's court-martial, and fought the military? Because you got a lot of brothers and sisters that are afraid to go to certain areas to preach. We always say what really was lacking in the decline of a lot of these groups is that they didn't have the Bible as their foundation.
These were the people who fought against the Vietnam War, who changed our understanding of gender oppression, and the Young Lords were one of the most successful groups within that umbrella known as the New Left, and nobody knows about them.
Very few are going to be that 25/7 type of person, like she said. Very few are going to do that. And, you know, Bishop said it at men's conference, there's a war. Right. We're at war. And what's amazing about this is that we have a leader that they can't touch, they can't discredit. And that's Christ.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 14. How then shall they call on him whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe on him whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent?
During our fly mission, we came across this young man, Sakai, and at the time we didn't know his name, but when he saw the missing person flyer, he had mentioned that he himself was listed as missing. We asked him, I said, look, you know, would you like us to take you home? You know, you're heading home? He said no. He was very adamant on us not walking him home because he was afraid of the reaction from his mom. So I called leadership and they said, make sure you get this young man home. They said his house is right down the street here. So I went to his house, knocked on the door. His father, which is his stepfather, came to the door and I asked his father, did a young man come to this door? He said yes. And next thing you know, the next week that we came around, it was actually posted on Facebook that the Israelites brought back their son that was missing. This is Sakai's mother. So she posted, thank you God, Sakai is home safe and unharmed. A group of young men who helped with missing persons brought him home. Thank you, Israel United in Christ, for blessing me with a safe return.
A brief stay is going to plant the seed in our people, the sons and daughters of God, that they are the children of Israel. That's our mission. That's our goal. That's what Christ said to do.
Extreme oppression here and lack of knowing their history.
Revelation 18:4. We must come out of this system. We must come back together as the children of Israel.
Reporting that shots have been fired.
I heard shots and then a woman shouting, my baby's been shot.
2 out of 3 children are worried about becoming victims of violence.
Send him to labor.
That he be not idle.
That he be not what?
Be not idle.
I know pretty much a few people have mentioned that already. Do you give them tasks to do? Do you set them things to do? Do you give them a purpose? Do you give them a vision? Or you just leave them to be and just let the world take care of them? Sometimes the kids will just go on TikTok and they're just scrolling, no purpose. They're not looking for any information. All they're doing is just, what's the latest? That becomes a problem. Read.
For idleness teacheth much evil.
For idleness teacheth much evil. The most important thing that we must build is that vision. They must have a vision. What I say we do about it is, first, we need to make sure that we get rid of this foolish music.
So we're here today to arm you guys on how to better prepare yourself to deal with youth violence conflicts resolution. Don't make a lifetime decision on short-term emotion. So while you're here, you want to live your imprint on this planet. And to do that, you cannot be an emotional person.
All right, we're back. We are back. We're back from the break. So you guys got a lot of questions. Some questions is good. Some of y'all questions is confusing the hell out of me. So please, if you can, make the questions a little bit more easy to understand. A little bit. Anyway, let's jump back into it. Go back to page 170 again, because all this is pivotal. It's important to remember this. It's important to keep this in mind regarding the Phoenicians and regarding the tribes mentioned. All right. Read the bottom part. Hiram sent most of his. This is page 170. Go ahead. Hiram sent his most skillful sailors right there.
Hiram sent his most skillful sailors who knew the route thoroughly to man the vessels. Israelites of the tribes of Asher and Zebulun who lived on the coast and were acquainted with the sea were also employed.
Asher and Zebulun were also employed because they were by the sea. Next page. Watch this.
When the Israelitish fleet was complete.
When the Israelitish fleet, that's our fleet, was complete. Go ahead.
It sailed out of the harbor of Ezion-Geber to the Red Sea.
Hiram had his fleet. We had our fleet. Go ahead.
Which separates Palestine from Egypt, Nubia, and Abyssinia.
Right. Go ahead.
And proceeded along the coast to the Gulf, which washes the shores of southern Arabia, as far as the mouth of the Indus, in the land of Ophir, now called Sindi.
Yeah, Sind. Go ahead.
After a period of 2 years, Solomon's fleet returned richly laden with the proceeds of this first expedition.
After 2 years, they come back. Go ahead.
Vast droves of camels.
Those 3 years, they come back. Go ahead.
Vast droves of camels carried the treasures to Jerusalem, to the great astonishment of the whole population.
Everybody was like, yo, the caravans that I'm coming back with stuff. Go ahead.
More than 400 talents, kikar of gold, silver in great quantities, ivory, ebony, apes, and exquisitely colored peacocks, sandalwood, and sweet-smelling plants were thus transported.
Jump down to Solomon, sent his fleet.
Solomon sent his fleet several times to Ophir or India.
See, same place. Go ahead.
And each time, new riches and curiosities were brought into the country.
Go ahead.
The port Eloth became a place of great importance.
Come on.
Judeans settled there, and the land of Israel thus extended from the extreme end of the Red Sea to the Euphrates.
See that? So our land, people, they stayed there, lived there. Is that it? Let me see. That it? Let me see. Go down. That's all I want. So again, Asher and Zebulun were heavily important in this expedition, in sailing. Now read in the days of Solomon. In the days of Solomon.
In the days of Solomon, nearly 3,000 years ago, the Phoenicians, or Tyrians, as they were then called, were the only seamen of the age capable of conducting the fleets of Solomon to the various nations with which, that great king held communication. Extensive must have been the voyages which the enterprising Tyrians made for Solomon. Accompanied by the Jews, they were 3 years in performing the voyages which they were commanded to make.
Come on. Besides gold?
Besides gold, silver, and ivory, they brought apes and peacocks. These animals, more especially the latter, are found in greater abundance in Africa.
Yep. He stopped off in Africa. Go ahead.
Than in any other part of the world.
Yep.
And indeed, that seems to have been the place of their nativity.
Yep.
Gold, silver, and ivory abound likewise in Africa and in the more southern parts of that quarter of the globe.
The southern parts of Africa, where they sailed it. Going around it to Spain. Go ahead.
Numerous species of the ape kind are found. Hence, we are to conclude that the fleet of Tarshish passed the Straits of Gibraltar.
Yep.
And then directed their course to the south along the western coast of Africa.
See? So hence we can conclude that the fleet of Tarshish, Spain, passed the Straits of Gibraltar, that's Spain, which attaches to Africa, because Africa and Spain are connected. It says, and then directed their course to the south, going back down to the western coast of Africa, to the Cape of Good Hope, that's South Africa, okay, to go back home. Go ahead.
For only towards the south part of Africa were apes to be found.
Yep.
While along the Guinea shores, all of the other articles were in great abundance.
Guinea, we sell there too. Go ahead.
Hence, the fleets of Solomon traversed 2 oceans.
We traversed 2 oceans. Go ahead.
One to the east.
East will be the Atlantic.
And the other to the west.
The Pacific.
Of Africa.
Go ahead.
And on board of their fleets were both Jews and Tyrians.
Right, but the ones, the Solomon's fleet only sailed over here. They ain't letting anybody else. Remember, no man ever dwelt. So only Israel sailed over here. Whereas both fleets sailed the Pacific, okay, and sailed the Mediterranean together. But the Americas, no. Go ahead.
Ancient writers speak of a large and delightful island or land which the Phoenicians discovered in the Atlantic Ocean west of Spain.
Go ahead. We kept this area of land a secret, by the way. That's why I said only Israel, Solomon's fleet, came over here. We kept this place a secret. Go ahead.
North America were driven to our shores. Go down to the bottom so I can connect. All right. Daring enterprise.
We draw a conclusion.
We draw our conclusion that from some of the above causes, the first people inhabiting North America,
the first people inhabiting North America, go ahead,
were driven to our shores. That those people were Phoenicians.
Those people who came to the Americas were Phoenicians. That's Israelites. I'm gonna show you. Go ahead.
Or Tyrians and Jews.
Or they weren't Tyrians. That's Hamites. And Jews, that's correct. Those are the Israelites. Go ahead.
And that they landed in as ancient days as those of the reign of Solomon.
That's why I said before that only the Israelites sailed this area as far as early as Solomon's time. That's historically or secular sources state that during Solomon's time we came over here. Biblically speaking, we came here in waves, which is true. The wave that we read about recorded in the Bible is during the Persian period. The Persian period. But prior to that was Solomon's period. Go ahead.
But whether the progenitors of the Indians of America arrived here through design or accident.
Design, we knew where we were going. Go ahead.
Whether they came in a numerous fleet or in a single vessel, it matters not.
They came in a numerous fleet. Go ahead.
If we can trace their origin and read their history, it must suffice.
Come on.
And speaking of the Indians of America coming from Phoenicia and Palestine or Judea.
Watch.
We have reference to the numerous tribes which inhabited the central and southern parts of North America.
Because they came from those areas. The Native Americans came from these areas. Phoenicia, Palestine, or Judea is the same place, same landmass. Go ahead. What you doing? What you doing? What just happened? Come on, IT. What you doing? Go ahead. Go down, go down, go down. Was that it?
That's it on that page.
That's all I want then. Go next page. Right there, right there. Do I want this? Let me see. Do I want this? No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's good. I'll go back to that, maybe. Get me history of the Jews. Blah, blah, blah. Get me. Okay, Caesar and Christ. Page 39. Okay, y'all on point. Good.
Yeah, I see what y'all doing. Y'all trying to be proactive.
Yeah, that's good. All praises. All right.
They trying to make.
Yeah, I see they're doing. All praises. All right. Page 39. We're gonna start at about 8:30. We're gonna start at about. No, I want to start from the top here. Let me see. Yeah, start from since such voyages. Start from there. Since such voyages could not then be made.
Since such voyages could not then be made without many stops, and the southern shores of the Mediterranean provided the shortest and safest route. The Phoenicians established intermediate posts.
The Phoenicians, listen to me again, are the same people who refer to as Native Americans. These are Israelites, the Phoenicians. Okay, established in intermediate posts means we wherever we sailed that and docked that, we made it our living. We lived there. We stayed there. Go ahead.
And trading stations on the African coast at Leptis Magna.
Leptis Magna is modern-day Libya. Leptis Magna is modern Libya. That's where Septimius Severus is from. Libya, okay? That's the land from which the Hannibal's family came from. They ruled from Libya all the way into Mauritania. We had the whole top half of Africa we had. The Libyo-Phoenicians. That was Jake. And you had the Syro-Phoenicians. That was Edom. But you had Hannibal's family, which is Septimius Severus' family. They had land from Libya all the way just across to Mauritania. So Leptis Magna is Libya. Go ahead. Now called Lebda. Go ahead.
Now Lebda. Hadramintum, Suis, Utica, Hippo, Deritis, Bizerti, Hippo Regius, Bone, and even beyond Gibraltar at Lixus, south of Tangier.
Watch this.
The Semitic settlers.
The Phoenicians are called Semitic settlers because they're Israelites. Semitic settlers. Go ahead.
At these posts.
Go ahead.
Married some of the natives and bribed the rest to peace.
So when we moved into these areas and lived here, there were still people. There were heathens there, and we married into them and we bribed them to peace. We had money. We bought them off. Hey, listen, move, leave. We basically what we did a Israelite gentrification. Right. So Israel moves somewhere, we buy you out, or we'll conquer you out. We're either going to buy you out, marry you out, or conquer you out, one or the other, and become the majority. Go ahead.
About 813 BC.
Here we go. So it starts. Go ahead.
A new group of colonists, perhaps from Phoenicia.
That's the Phoenicians. Go ahead.
Perhaps from expanding Utica, built their homes upon a promontory 10 miles northwest of modern Tunis. The narrow peninsula could be easily defended, and the land watered by the Bagratis Medjerda River was so fertile that it quickly recovered from repeated devastation.
Come on.
Classic tradition.
Right here. Classic tradition. Keep this in mind. Go ahead.
Ascribed the founding of the city to Elissa or Dido.
Watch.
Daughter of the king of Tyre.
Now, so the classic tradition ascribes how the city was founded by a king of Tyre. His daughter's name, a king of Tyre's daughter named Elissa or Dido. She sailed here and established a colony here. Now, go back real quick to the Israelite map allotment of land. We're going back and forth to that. I need you guys to pay attention to that. Go back to the 12 tribes allotment of land or 12 tribes of land map.
We got another text when you get a chance.
I saw. Right here. You see Tyre and Sidon. Go down. I'm going to go up here, right here. Go up some. Is that as far as it goes? That's fine. You see Sidon right there? Sidon and Tidon? I'm sorry, Tidon. Sidon and Tyre. Those cities are Canaanite cities. Tyre and Sidon are Canaanite cities, the cities of Canaan. The Sidonians are children of Sidon when you read Genesis. All right? And Tyre is a city. This is the land here, Tyre, is called Old Tyre on the mainland. You had Old Tyre on the mainland, and then the Canaanites found an island not too far up the coast, and they called that New Tyre. It was an island surrounded by walls, an island fort called New Tyre. We'll get to that later on. But you see here, Naphtali right here, and Asher. So you read that Haram's mother was Naphtali, and his father was Tyre, because Northern Kingdom had a habit of intermingling with heathens. Okay? Even in when we came out of Egypt, you had a sister, he was a Danite, and her son's father was Egyptian. Then you had the Simeonite brother who got killed by Phineas for messing around with a Midianite woman. Samson, Hamite hoes. Northern Kingdom is prone to mingling themselves with nations, the men and the women,
right,
all the time. Judah, for the most part, remained loyal to their own. That's why we maintain, for the most part, our Negro features, whereas Northern Kingdom is just mingled all over the freaking place. All right?
I'm sorry, sir. My
Yeah.
bad. I apologize.
No, Cap. What's up?
Just in your revelation. Go back to the map.
Whoa.
Go back to the map. Go back to the map. In your revelation,
Bro,
that
come on,
just
man.
pop up. Blow it up.
Come on, Cap,
What
man.
happened?
Nothing.
Look at Issachar, right? What's on the bottom of Issachar?
Oh, all praise to the Lord.
What's the name?
All praise.
What's the name?
You got Jezreel and Issachar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got a city called Jezreel and Issachar. All praises,
all right,
man.
so all our questions have been answered.
Yeah, it's the
right
Spirit
now.
of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
It's revealed these things.
Northern Kingdom. Yes, sir. All praises. I apologize for that.
No, you all right, Cap. That was
Yes, sir.
necessary. That was a needful point to be made.
Yes, sir.
We got a text. Now we get to the text now. Thanks
Wow.
after that.
The Spirit just confirmed everything.
Wow, man.
Hey,
Spirit bear
listen,
witness.
The map don't lie.
The Spirit
right?
bear, the Spirit bear witness, man.
That's it.
Damn. All right. So Shalom leadership.
comment.
So Shalom leadership regarding regeneration and the prophets being back on the
Whoa.
earth.
Regeneration.
I'm gonna see how this goes. So just read it. Just read it. Just read
Go
it.
right back to there, bro.
Since you brought up
This has
King
nothing to do with
Arthur.
the topic, but I'm gonna see how this goes.
Today's
Yeah,
your
it,
day,
it might
man.
land back into the
might.
topic. Let's see what happens. Go ahead.
Let's see. Says Shalom leadership regarding regeneration and the prophets being back on earth in these last days. With all the distractions, how do I know if I'm among a prophet? Meaning the austere look, the righteous countenance, or godly words will all be present?
Yeah, you won't know. That's what the Bible tells you. Live in neighbor as yourself, because you don't know who you're dealing with. If everybody knew who everybody was, then we'd all be on our best behavior.
Yep.
So the scriptures say there's no remembrance of former things. There's no remembrance of former things. Former things meaning us men from the past. No one knows who's who. Remember they asked John, "Who are you? Are you Elijah?" He was like, "No." He was, but he didn't know. So we don't know who's who. The Bible says love your neighbor as yourself, because you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who you're sitting amongst. You never know. All we know is that the prophets are back based upon the last days and prophecies foretelling them in the last days, but we don't know who's who or how to tell who's who. So that's why it's best to always, Bible says, always remain humble. But you never know who you're in the presence of. And the person that you're in the presence of doesn't know who they're in the presence of. You know, it go both ways. All right? So where we at?
Just keep the commandments.
Keep the commandments. That's it. Exactly.
Can I get a scripture?
Yeah, sure.
1 Corinthians 14:32.
Yeah, get that.
Cap, you said 14?
32. Yeah.
32, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, the script.
1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Yep, there you go. That's good. The spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So the prophets are going to be respectful to the prophets.
Yeah, and you're going to know them by their works.
Yep. All praise. That's good. All praise. Where we at? Classic tradition? Start from there.
Yes, sir. Classic tradition ascribed the founding of the city to Alyssa or Dido, daughter of the king of Tyre.
This is Haram's family. Go ahead.
Her husband having been slain by her brother.
There was a civil war regarding the Canaanites. Go ahead.
She had sailed with other adventurous souls to Africa.
She had sailed with other adventurous souls to Africa. Get the map again. Let's see who was there. Get the map again of Tyre. Blow it up. Now you see who's there with them? Asher, and you got Zebulun right there. Naphtali there, right? You got Zebulun right there to the Manasseh too. But you got Zebulun there and you got Asher there, right? So Issachar. So what happened was
Jezreel.
Yeah, you get especially Jezreel. That part right there is heavy. Yep. Jezreel. But you got Zebulun and you got Asher, right? Asher there, right? Living in the same landmass there. Now go back to the page. Read on. Other adventurous sailors, souls to Africa. Go ahead. Her settlement
was called Kart Hadash.
Yeah,
Newtown to distinguish it from Utica.
Right. Utica is the top. Is the North Africa, like the top of it, the top of Africa. Go ahead.
The Greeks transformed the name into Carchedon. The Romans into Carthago.
So it was called Kart Hadash to them. The Greeks called it Carchedon in their language, and the Romans called it Carthago, which in English becomes Carthage. Carthage, which means new town. Go ahead.
The Latins gave the name Africa.
That's all I want is Carthago. Stop right there. Now, get me 1 Kings 22:48. 1 Kings 22 and 48.
1 Kings chapter 22 and verse 48. Jehoshaphat made ships of Tarshish to go to Ophir for gold, but they went not, for the ships were broken at Ezion-Geber.
Read again.
Jehoshaphat made ships of Tarshish.
Jehoshaphat was a king of Judah that tried to maintain righteousness, okay? But he allied himself with the wrong people. I believe with Ahab. Mm-hmm. He allied himself with the wrong people. And God, whenever you ally yourself with the wicked, your endeavors are failures. This is a scripture that shows when you align yourself with wicked people, your endeavors don't go well. Read again.
Jehoshaphat made ships of Tarshish to go to Ophir for gold.
He tried to repeat what Solomon did. Go ahead.
But they went not.
They didn't go. Why?
For the ships were broken at Ezion-Geber.
The ships got destroyed by the water. I guess the wave. Well, a storm came, destroyed the ships at Ezion. Go ahead.
Then said Ahaziah, the son of Ahab, unto Jehoshaphat, let my servants go with thy servants in ships. But Jehoshaphat would not.
He wouldn't deal with him. Now, it says the ships of Tarshish. Now, get me 2 Chronicles 20, verse 36. What does that mean? When it says ships of Tarshish, what does that mean? 2 Chronicles 20 and 36.
2 Chronicles chapter 20 and verse 36. And he joined themselves with him to make ships to go to Tarshish.
So he made ships to go to Tarshish. So ships of means ships to. That was the destination. Ships of means ships trying to go to Tarshish, which is Spain. Go ahead.
And they made the ships in Ezion-Geber.
Go ahead.
Then Eleazar, the son of Dodazah and Marashah, prophesied against Jehoshaphat, saying, because thou hast joined thyself with Ahaziah.
Yeah, Ahaziah. Ahaziah was wicked as hell. He joined himself with Ahaziah, not Ahab. Ahaziah. Go ahead.
Join thyself with Ahaziah.
What?
The Lord hath broken thy works.
Go ahead.
And the ships were broken, that they were not able to go to Tarshish.
So God destroyed the ships. I'm sorry. God said these ships is going to be destroyed because you working with this dude? Nah. You cannot do what Solomon did with this guy. No. You cannot.
He did it twice, too, because he did join with Ahab, and then the Lord killed Ahab, and then he joined with Ahaziah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Jehoshaphat had a very, very soft spot for his brothers, to a detriment.
For Northern Kingdom.
Yeah, Northern Kingdom. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he tried to build the bond, but it wasn't working.
Yep.
What text we got? We got a text.
Says Shalom. So was it because Solomon's fleet came to North America first that it was recorded as Azareth in the Apocrypha?
No. It's possible. I can't scripturally say that, yes, but it's possible, yes. I would say so.
Yeah, but the Newfoundland, that's to Esau. To, what's his name? Christopher Columbus.
Yeah,
He
well-
called it Asareth.
No, we called it Arsareth. That's in Ezra.
Newfoundland.
We
Oh,
called it. We called it Arsareth,
Newfoundland,
and
right.
he called it New World.
New World, yeah. New
Right,
World.
he called it New World. But it's definitely known that, remember, Moses prophesied that Israel would come on this side of the world. So before Solomon, we knew about this part of the world. So I wouldn't say Solomon, I would say Moses. All right, give me Deuteronomy real fast. No, I'm gonna go Deuteronomy. This is gonna take us somewhere else. No.
You got another question too, deep.
All right. Get me the Google link in the gram. I sent y'all. It's like a Google link. I think I have. I sent y'all sometime this week. It's a Google link.
Yeah.
No, not Jews in Spain. No, it's a Google link. I think it's Solomon's. Yeah, here we go. Because I asked Google if he had a port in the Mediterranean Sea. That said no. But I'm gonna show y'all something. His port was called Ezion Geber, and it was used for trade with Ophir as a copper refinery. So we had copper factories also in that area. Click show more. It says archaeologist Fitz Frank. They found it. They found the actual site. So Solomon was real. He founded the port in 950 BC. He used Ezion Geber as a port for his trade with Ophir, large-scale copper refinery. It says Solomon was considered the first shipping magnate of Israel. He was a great builder, constructing palaces, stables, a flagship temple, a city on the wall of Jerusalem, also facilities for foreigners trading in Israel. That's all I want. Now get me the map again, the Israel lands again. Israel lands, the map again. Load up. Now you see Asher right there, and now go down, you're going to see Dor to the right, next to Zebulon. Dor, right there, see Dor? Get 1 Kings 4:1. That's how we knew about Tarshish from here, because Northern Kingdom already sailed there. 1 Kings 4:1.
1 Kings chapter 4 and verse 1. So King Solomon was king over all Israel.
So read on verse 2.
Verse 2. And these were the princes which he had.
So Solomon was king of Israel, and he had princes over these realms. All right, his princes. Go ahead.
Azariah, the son of Zadok, the priest.
That was one prince. Now jump down to verse 11.
Verse 11. The son of Abinadab in all the region of Dor.
All the region of Dor was a prince. He had a prince assigned over the region of Dor. Dor is a port. So he sailed from there too. All right, Dor, go ahead.
The son of Abinadab in all the regions of Dor, which had Tephthah, the daughter of Solomon, to wife.
Right, so and this man Abinadab, who was over this region Dor, married Solomon's daughter. One of his princes married his daughter. All right, so his name was Abinadab, but he was over the region of a place called Dor. Dor is right here. It's a port right off the Mediterranean Sea. So Solomon had access to the seaport or seacoast of sailing from Dor as well to Tarshish if he wanted to. They don't say that, but if he had power, if he had a region right here, Dor, we sailed it. All right, because that's shorter. If you're a king, that's a shorter route. Why sail all around Africa? You can sail from Dor. You can sail from Dor. You understand? So we had Dor as well. Now, get me 2 Kings 17:1. You got another text again?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got now.
Says, Shalom leadership are the what's it called? Aborigines.
Aborigines. Are the Aborigines of what?
Out of Albi, France, Israelites. The reason why I ask is the letter from Robert Southey to John May in 1798 kind of infers that.
I'm not familiar with the Aborigines of France. The Aborigines of the what? What are they called? The what?
I don't know.
Blow it up. You blow it up some more?
I'll be friends.
And that's spelled wrong. Aborigines. That's not. That's something
else. We're gonna get into all of that.
Let me see.
I kind of see where you're going.
No, I think he means Aborigines out of Albi, France. You know what you're talking about, Jess? I'm not familiar
What
with
I'm
this.
thinking he's saying are the people that was in France before France, what France is today, like the Celtics and all of that.
Well, we'll get to that.
I think that's what he's asking. Are they originally Israelites?
Somebody Google that letter, Robert.
Yeah,
Saudi.
Aborigines means the original inhabitants. Aboriginal. If he spelled Aboriginal wrong, or if that's
I think that might be an
Aborigines?
actual word. Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. It's an actual.
Oh, of Abbey, France. So maybe
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I'm
okay. I'm thinking maybe misspelled. Okay, Aborigines. Type in Aborigines.
Yeah, it's an actual word.
Okay.
It's members of a catharstic sect of southern France.
Oh, that's Jake. Yeah, Southern France. More than likely, it's Jake. We'll look into it. We had stuff for the France. It's called septimania. Yeah, we'll look into that. We'll come back to that, Lord's will. We get to Dark Ages. We get into the Dark Ages further into that. We're gonna get to that. More than likely next week. Regarding Southern France. 2 Kings 17.
2 Kings chapter 17 and verse 1. In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, began Hoshea, the son of Allah, to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years.
So you have Hoshea, who reigned over Northern Kingdom 12 years. Go ahead.
And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, but not as the kings of Israel that were before him.
He was the worst. Go ahead.
Against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria.
Shalmaneser the fifth came against him. Come on.
And Hoshea became his servant and gave him presents. And the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messengers to So, king of Egypt, and he brought no presents to the king of Assyria, and he had done year by year. Therefore, the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison.
So Hoshea tried to ally himself with Egypt instead of the Assyrians, and the Assyrians took him and conquered him and put him in prison. Go ahead.
Then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it 3 years.
Come on, and start taking us out of the land, deporting us by waves. Go ahead.
In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria and placed them in Halah.
Placed us in Halah.
And in Habor.
And Habor.
By the river of Gozan. And in the cities of the Medes.
This would be modern day Iran. Now, I want you to, real quick, Google modern Halah and modern Habor. Let's see what that is today. So type in where is Halah, where is Gabor, one page, where is Halah and the others today. And just get a map on it to see exactly where that is. This also plays a pivotal role to how we ended up in these areas today of Europe and things of that nature. It starts at Northern Kingdom. That's why I touched on the Phoenicians, Asher, Solomon's fleet. I touched on that because Northern Kingdom were extensive in traveling outside of Israel. Judah too, but Northern Kingdom were the earlier mariners or travelers out to foreign lands outside of our own land. All right, so you find modern day is Halah on the map. Okay. Halah, Halah. If you spell Halah, that's what I said, Halah. All right, let me see that, blow it up. No, I need a more modern map now. I said, where is it today? Halah today. I need like a big map of it. Click, that's fine. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Blow it up. Is Halah on this map? Where is it at? Halah? Okay, very good. Thank you. Very good. So you see Halah right there, Nineveh right there. You see Assyria. Now you go over to the right. You see Magi. Magi is Medes. All right. Now Magi is you go up. Now this is all Assyria's domain. The green is Assyria's domain. If you go up to the top right, what do you see? To the top right, Caucasus Mountains. Okay, Caucasus Mountains. Northern Kingdom was placed in these areas here, in their cities. The cities of the Medes, Magi here, Ecbatana, so Tobit was to the right. You see Magi, you see Ecbatana. That's a Mede city. So we were also living here as well. Now, you have Caspian, you have Black Sea right there, bordering the Syria's, it says Kimmerai right there, up to the top. Kimmerai, you have Caspian Sea right there. Black Sea right there, Black Sea right there. And then you have Caspian Sea, that's the Caucasus Mountains. So Assyria had a landmass neighboring the Caucasus Mountains. Northern Kingdom, when they were living in these lands, they traversed this whole area here. All right? They traversed that whole area and established settlements and underwent different names and established empires, okay, known as Scythians. Scythians. Now, is there a more modern map regarding that today? Like a more modern, that's old. This is old. I need like a modern, where is it today? Let me see. What's that right there? Go. This map right. Go down. What's that right there? Nope. Go over right there. What's that? Let me see that. They won't let you click that one? Nah. Forget it. Go up. Try and find it today.
What, Hala?
Yeah, where it is today. There we go. That's good. Click that. That's good. Load up. All right. So you see Iraq, Baghdad. That's how I want the modern names. Hala and Nineveh. So that's Iraq. This is Babylon pretty much. And you have Hala up here. This map is still small print though. Okay, go to Gabor. Where's Gabor? Type in Gabor today. Or Habor.
Yeah, it's pixelated.
Yeah, it's pixelated. It's not good quality at all. Let me see if I want, I should say Hala and Habor. Habor.
Hey, remember, the 10 tribes, right? I know we just say Northern Kingdom, but they consisted of 10 tribes. One tribe could have been hundreds of thousands or even 1 million. So it was nothing for us to cover the earth.
Yep.
So when we migrated to these different lands, they just called us different names. We was all over the earth, man. We was all over the
do
earth.
that same thing with Hala. Open another window. That's good. Open another window and type in the same thing with Hala. Where is Hala? No, Hala. H-A-L-A-H. H-A-L-A-H. Today. Okay. Now I should give you a map of it today. Get a map. Go to maps. Go to maps. See what it does. Quick maps. See what it does.
That's Philly, man.
That's Philly. It's all right.
Look up Gozan.
Okay, there you go. Wait. What I say? All right, click the map there. There's a little map right there. And we're going to use that. That's fine. Use it. We'll use that. And go to the other one. Go to Habor. We'll use that one also. The other map that should show both. They're not too far from each other, right? Habor, map. It's the same map they're using, right? Yeah, that's fine. Use that one. Use that map then. If it's showing both. Blow it up. All right, you see the Black Sea right there? Go up. Black Sea up there. To the right, Caspian Sea. And then that whole landmass in the middle of the both is the Caucasus Mountains. Between the two seas, then you have us being marched off. You see Ashur right there, Nineveh, and Syria Empire, the Syrian Empire. You see Hala and Gozan. That's the Euphrates. Hala and Gozan, Habor, Haran, Hala. Where's Gabor? They showing Gabor? Hala, Habor. Hala and that'll do? Or Kabor. Oh, right there, Kabor River. That's right, the same thing with a K. That's it right there, Euphrates. All right, that's it right there, Kabor. All right, so that's where we were, all right? That's where we were, that whole area there. So that whole empire, we were scattered within their cities, all right? And they put the heathens in our land. Now, get me 2 Kings 24. You're almost done. I'm going to end it on this right here. 2 Kings 24. So northern kingdom was conquered, placed in the cities of the Medes, which would be like the Assyrian Empire, which would be pretty much not too far from Russia, Iraq, Iran, or in between Syria, Iraq, Iran, and Egypt. That's where it was. Assyria was. 2 Kings. No, we ain't got time to read that. We ain't got time to read that. So we're gonna stop there because we ain't got time to read all of that. We're gonna touch on Southern Kingdom being conquered because Southern Kingdom being conquered and Northern Kingdom being conquered is also pivotal. We got a text? Yeah, read the text real fast before we wrap it up.
All right, it says, I have 2 screenshots. I don't know if you can see it. It's Dang, bro. It's spot on with what y'all are reading. All praise the Most High.
What's he have?
That's a ship.
Oh, wow. Blow it up. That's a Phoenician ship?
You can read that? Oh, I can't see.
Wow.
You got to zoom down to the words. It just says Phoenician. Okay.
Zoom it in. What does it say?
Says Phoenician, what does that say? I can't see.
Phoenician,
Roman,
Carthaginian.
Hispania.
Yeah, Roman, Hispania, Phoenician.
Wow, Roman Hispania, Phoenician. Yep. Phoenician ship, go up. Carthaginian, go up. Let me see the ship. Let me see the ship. Yep, huge.
It's a big ship.
Yeah. See the sail on top? Yeah, man. Damn. We had a fleet of those.
Hey, all praise. That's good stuff.
That's some good stuff. All praise. That's some good stuff right there, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. You got something else? What's that say?
Can you zoom in more?
You gotta take a better picture of that.
Yeah, we can't really see.
It's cut off.
I think he screenshotted his screen.
You gotta send the PDF with the link.
Yeah, you
to
gotta
that
send the
page.
link to the page in the text, and we'll open it to both if you can, and we'll go there. We'll go back to these images, Lord's will, next week. But all praises. Thank you very much. All praises. That's some good stuff. So the point is that Northern Kingdom gets conquered. All 12 tribes get conquered. Northern Kingdom first, then Judah afterwards, Southern Kingdom afterwards. And that also plays a pivotal role in us scattering and being all over the place. So that's why I touched on Northern Kingdom first and foremost, traveling, then them being conquered and scattered into areas that's not too far from what you call today Russia or Germany, Iran, because Iran and Russia are next door neighbors. And then next door to that is China. So Israel, you know how we do. We move. We move, we migrate. And that's what Northern Kingdom did. We migrated further and further and further west. Okay, from Assyria into Russia, then into China, and then into Japan, and then into the Pacific Islands. We traversed and we sailed because we already had knowledge of those areas based upon what time frame? Solomon's time frame. Asher and Zebulun lived on the sea coast, so they had knowledge of the seas also, based upon Dor, that port city that Solomon had his prince over. So we had knowledge of sailing the seas, always. So we sell both, according to the book, we sell both the Atlantic and we sell the Pacific. We didn't just stay. When you're a sailor, you're gonna just sail, see what takes you. You understand? So we're gonna stop right there because I gotta take it with y'all slow. Because you know how Jake is, y'all attention span is not, is bad. So I'm taking it slow. We covered Northern Kingdom, Solomon's fleet, their travels, their settlements. We got more to come. We're gonna touch on Lord's will. Tyre being overthrown and how remember we showed earlier how the woman named Dido, a Tyrian princess, because of the civil war, she fled to North Africa, established a settlement there, and Northern Kingdom was there with her. Okay, we're gonna get Babylon Timbuktu, where it explains that. But we were there from the beginning of the city being founded, Asher and Zebulun was there. And that's where your Carthaginians come from. All right? So hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. We got way more to go. It's going to get real good. So just right now it's a slow start. Bear with me. But after a while, we're going to start jumping into the whole England and Britain and all that again, King Arthur, all that stuff. So just stay tuned. Bear with us, all right? Shalom. Most High Christ bless. Thank y'all, all right?
And also, we also found the tribe of where Jez came from.
Oh, yes. That is what that was also revealed.
Why we have to mention that
That was also revealed.
Just to make sure.
Everyone got it.
All right.
Yeah. All Jez got to do now is just get wings in his ankles, and we're going to call him Namor.
Wow.
So let's continue. Let's continue where he was at. Good. That was okay.
Hey, Israel, let's give a hand for the leadership. That class was fire. All praises. Very good stuff. Hey, Israel, you've been waiting for it. Deacon is finally going into it. So, subscribe to Our Hidden History Radio on YouTube. Hit the notification button so you know when we go live. All right? Also, donate. You see the bishop, the deacons, the captains are talking about it every single week. Hit that QR code that you see on the screen and make sure you send in funds for the land. All right? And the booster. You can also subscribe to our Philly pages, IUIC Philadelphia and IUIC Philadelphia in the Classroom, to get the latest content from the deacon, captain, and officers of IUIC Philly. Donate to Our Hidden History on PayPal. You can donate to IUIC.Philadelphia@IsraelUnite.org. In the comment section, put OHH. And last but not least, subscribe to IUIC TV to get exclusive content from the leadership of IUIC. Next. All right, missing persons for this week, we have Jelena Rosaire and Jasa Harris. They are 2 months old and 14 years old. Damn. Male and female, Hispanic, eye color brown, hair color black, 5'4", 120 pounds. They were last seen on February 27th.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
No clothing description given. Yeah, so it's a young girl and a baby. Wow. So if you do see it, let the local authorities know. Land fund. We're going to talk about it every single week. Israel, we're going to get the land, all right? But will you be a part of this great work? If you want to be a part of it and you have faith, send in donations now. Show forth your faith by works. You can send on PayPal to Israel@IsraelUnite.org. In the comment section, put land. Next. All right, Shalom, we're seeking your assistance to enhance our national broadcasts. Kindly spare a minute to provide feedback by answering 5 brief questions. So pull out your phone, hit that QR code. I know everyone always has a nice comment for Officer Manny and his team, so go ahead and leave your comments. That's it. I'm not going to say much today. Deke.
All praises, man. Let's discuss some stuff. Oh, man. We'll do it. Lord's will next week. We got some more stuff. Shalom. Most High Christ bless y'all. Until next week, Lord's will. See y'all then. Shalom.
Shalom.